Vinland Saga Season 2 is a masterpiece, which is crazy, since if you were to show someone Season 1 versus Season 2, you'd believe it's a whole different show.
Meanwhile,
To be honest, that's just the beauty of it. Season 1 ends with the iconic scene of Thorfinn dropping his blade. And all glazing aside, this one scene got more depth than the entirety of Demon Slayer. Not only that, we get a glimpse of this guy.
Who the fuck is this nigga, bro?
And that leads us to episode 1 of season 2, the perfect introduction to Einar, a hard-working, happy-going farmer. He's a lovable guy that just wants to keep his family safe. He's already had a glimpse of war, with his previous village being destroyed at the cost of his father dying. Being blessed with the opportunity to make an even greater farm than before, what can possibly go wrong? He loses everything: his village, his sister, his mom, and his freedom. For the first time in the series, you get to see a civilian's perspective of war. In season 1, shit like this was treated lightly, as if it were just some mundane routine. Innocent people's lives have been ruined, and yet they did nothing to deserve this. They were just unlucky. Einar attempts multiple times to escape, yet it's utterly pointless, all cause of one bad day. Einar is the perfect character to put alongside Thorfinn. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Thorfinn's a slave now, and just an overall empty person. In the season 1 finale, Askeladd asks Thorfinn a very important question. And this, along with the eventual death of Askeladd, broke him. For 11 years, he was fueled by pure rage with only one simple goal in mind. How was he supposed to live his life knowing that it's just a waste now? At the surface, this season might just seem like some Minecraft SMP with the sole purpose of two guys who are getting their freedom. However, it's way more than that. The mysteries about the farm and how it got so big, who really are Snake and the other retainers, Ketil's true emotions behind his happy persona, Canut's rise to the top, and most importantly, the character growth of Thorfinn, the son of Thors. The first major change in Thorfinn has to be his dream. And my god, Mappa did not disappoint. The music, the animation, the voice acting was all perfect. This episode focuses on Thorfinn's trauma and along with how far he fell from grace. The episode begins with Thorfinn in a place of peace and harmony, transitions to him with his dad at the top of the mountain, symbolizing how his dad is the embodiment of what being a true warrior is. Thorfinn falling, symbolizing his fall from grace, him hanging, nearly touching the bottom where Askeladd resides, as symbolism for this being the lowest point a warrior can reach, released to Thorfinn climbing back to the top, carrying the lives of all the people he mercilessly killed with him, and ends with him vowing to never hurt anyone again. Like, damn bro, you can't write something better than that. He eventually learns that sometimes you just can't always go the pacifist route, and you'll be forced to fight even if it's against someone you care about. Let's pause with Thorfinn and talk about the growth of Canute. Man's went from a little bitch boy to looking like he's that guy. Canute really transitioned from an observer to someone taking action. When you're a man with this much power, just saying praise ain't gonna cut it. Your life is a constant game of chess, with you always on the offensive, and with the lingering will of his dad always in his ear, he becomes a man of violence, willing to kill his peers and frame Ketil in order to justify him taking the farm unfairly. The old Canute would never do such actions, which leads to Canute and Thorfinn's inevitable confrontation. But first, Thorfinn must reach Canute. It's not easy to talk to a king, especially when they're this shocked at hearing your name. So ideally, Thorfinn should just beat the strongest member of the royal guards to prove his strength. Nah, fuck that. Just take 100 punches from a guy that has a literal scar from a bear on his missing eye since he killed it with his hands. Since everyone's already talked about the beauty of the scene, but there's no need in me analyzing it besides saying it's inspiring. People be making gym edits and memes due to it. Nigga, I live by this ideology now. Thorfinn showing how to resolve solutions without using any violence rewards him with a meeting with Canute. And yet again, Mappa did not disappoint. It's almost as if Thorfinn and Canute swapped positions. Thorfinn being the shining beacon of hope in this world, and Canute being the violent Viking who conquers. When asked by Canute what he would do if Canute doesn't refuse to retreat, Thorfinn says that he will run. Canute can't do anything but laugh. His childhood ideals have been perfectly portrayed by the same person that scarred him in pure rage. This leads to Canute leaving the farm and splitting up his troops, and the irony of it all is that it ended with the people having more faith in Canute. For the first time during his reign, violence wasn't the answer. The season concludes with Thorfinn finally realizing his life purpose to find Vinland and create a society of peace. These niggas shaking hands is some real nigga shit. And as you see him return to Iceland, and embark, you realize this is only the beginning of an incredible journey, the Vinland Saga.